Hello, it's Uncommon Fossil. I'm taking a look at Dragapult EX, and in particular, the list that we get from Tier 0 on the Premium Battle Pass. We need to know Dragapult EX. You might even be looking forward to playing it. I know I want to play it some, certainly, but even if you don't want to play it, I recommend playing it because you're going to be seeing a lot of it. You need to know how to play against it. The best way to know how to play against it is to play it. So Dragapult EX, 320 HP Stage 2, Dragon type, no weakness. The second attack is what this thing is all about. Phantom Dive for Fire Psychic is a Dragon type Pokemon. 2 different types of energy. We've got to deal with that. So that's the awkward thing. But once you're set up and going, look out, does 200 damage to the active Pokemon, and you put 6 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon any way you like. And so that's very important for setting things up. It's going to make if you don't get set up quickly enough, Dragapult EX then can take out your basic Pokemon that need to evolve later on and take them out before you can ever evolve. So that's a big concern with this deck. That's a big part of what you're going to have to worry about for other decks. Anyway, we just have 2 copies of Dragapult EX in this list. We will get a third as we unlock more tiers in the Battle Pass, and that will definitely make the deck better. And then it has the Stage 1 here, Drakloak. Is very useful. It's got Recon Directive as an ability. Once during your turn, you're able to look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand, put the other on the bottom of your deck. So that's very good. If you're used to play themed format on PTCGO, you're very familiar with that, with the Pidgeotto from, I think, was it Soaring Storm, that had that card with that ability, which was always very nice to have. So we do play a couple rare candies, but we're also very happy to get some Drakelocks in play, or Dracloaks. I'm not sure how we say it, I gotta say. I apologize for that. So anyway, that's a nice ability there. Also, the attack is useful, does 70 damage, again, for Fire Psychic, and 70 is enough to one-shot Mimikyu, and that is important. I have used that with this deck for sure. And then 4 copies of the basic Pokemon, and the nice thing here, it's 70 HP, so it's not getting one-shot by an opponent's Dragapult EX when it's sitting on the bench. We do play 1 Manaphy for some protection, 1 Lumineon V for some deck search. That is useful there. There's 1 copy of Mewtwo. I'm not a big fan of this in the deck, and I think when we upgrade the deck as we get some more cards, I think this is one of the first cards to go. Side Pump does, you accelerate up to 2 psychic energies from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon for 1 colorless energy, which is useful, but since we only need 1 psychic attached anyway, and the psychic energies only go to 1 Pokemon, it's not the most useful thing in the world. And we can do Limit Break if we're behind. If our opponent's taken 3 more prizes, we'll do then 180 for 3 energies. But we got to get the 3 energies on. Now, one thing to help us set up, which does help set up Mewtwo, but it's, of course, first and foremost here to set up the Dragapult EX, that's what we want to do, is Xatu. And I do like it a lot. It's got Clairvoyant Sense. So once during your turn, you may attach a basic Psychic Energy card from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. If you attach energy to a Pokemon this way, you draw 2 cards. So Accelerate Energy, draw cards, very good. The difficulty is you got to, besides having the Xatu set up, and you have to have the Pokemon you want energy onto on the bench. It doesn't accelerate to the active. We'll have to deal with that. But the bigger issue is you've got to have energy into hand. It's got to be Psychic Energy into hand, and this deck can't just play Psychic Energy. It has to play Fire Energy as well. So unless, right, and we play 6 Psychic Energies. If we don't have one of those 6 Psychic Energies in hand, this does nothing. So that's just, I like Xatu. That's the downside to Xatu, though. So we'll just see how that goes with the deck. I think it's going to be a little inconsistent of an engine in energy acceleration, but that's my concern with Dragapult. How do we power it up, right? Play 6 Psychic Energy for Fire Energy. Again, the Psychic, we want more of that because of the Xatu engine. And, of course, we can attack with Xatu or Mewtwo as well, but really Dragapult's what we want to be smacking away with. All right, getting into the trainers. Some of these trainers are better than others, again, as the Tier 0 build, but, there's value in everything here, I will say. Some have more or less than others. Mela, which is important for this deck. Again, it's a way to help get powered up our next Dragapult after ones get knocked out. We can only use Mela after a Pokemon has been knocked out during our opponent's last turn. But since it says that doesn't have to be knocked out by damage, so if we're knocked out as an effect of an attack, that's okay. But we can't be knocked out by fire or poison because that's between turns, not during your opponent's last turn. So that's just the way those things work. But then you attach a basic fire energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. That's good. You draw the F6 in hand. That's good. So one copy there, and I think this will help the deck work. One copy of Erika's Invitation. This one's a bit of an odd card, although I won a game with it, so as I was testing the deck out, but it is an odd card. Your opponent reveals their hand. They put a basic Pokemon. You put a basic Pokemon you find there onto their bench, and then it swings into the active spot. So, more for control-style decks, and this is anything but a control-style deck, I will say. But, it can have value at times. One copy of Jacq, you search your deck for up to 2 evolution Pokemon, put them to hand. It's not restricted like some supporters are to non-rulebacks Pokemon, so it can get us our Dragapult EX or whatever we need there. So it does have value. One support that gets you 2 cards and not a basic. Is it good enough? I'm not sure that I really love it in the deck, but it certainly has some value. One copy of Energy Retrieval. Put 2 basic energies from the discard pile into your hand. And hey, we need to get those psychic energies in the hand to accelerate with Xatu, both to get them in play and to draw cards. So it makes a lot of sense there. 2 copies of Rescue Board. I like this. This gives us a pivot, right? It reduces the retreat cost by 1, or if it has 30 HP or less, it has no retreat cost, but that's generally not the situation. We don't really want to be there, but what retreat cost of 1, if we have a pivot, we need to do some pivoting because we can only accelerate to the bench, right? So it makes a lot of sense there. 2 copies of Artazon. Put a basic non-rule box Pokemon, search your deck for 1, put it onto the bench, so get some of those basics set up, which, okay, that's fine. 1 copy of Boss's Orders. Is 1 copy enough? I don't know, but that's what we got to work with. 3 copies of Iono, just really good there. 4 copies of Arven. This is very good because the tools are important. Search for a tool in an item makes a lot of sense. When the deck gets upgraded, you get 4 alternate art Arvens, but you already have the 4 Arvens, so it doesn't make the deck any more playable. Just you can bling it out if you want to do that. 1 copy of Professor Turo Scenario. Certainly useful getting a damaged Dragapult EX out of play, or more commonly perhaps Lumineon V out of play after we use it. We don't want it sitting around there as a soft target for 2 prizes, so get rid of that. 1 copy of TM Technical Machine Devolution. That's good with Dragapult EX in that you get your damage counters up to the levels you need on your opponent's evolved Pokemon. Then when you play TM Devolution, the HP of those Pokemon reduces, and hopefully, boom, knocks out 1 or multiple Pokemon with TM Devolution, so that's quite nice there. 1 copy of TM Evolution, just helping ourselves set up as we are an evolution-based deck. 1 Super Rod, what that does, any combination of 3 Pokemon and Basic Energy. 4 Buddy-Buddy Poffin. This is a deck that just screams out Buddy-Buddy Poffin. We got to get the Natus down. We got to get the Dreepies down, so that's super good there. 4 Ultra Balls. We got to get these evolutions. Ultra Balls in the deck. 2 Switch cards. We need some switching. 2 Rare Candies. Is that enough right now? We do like having the Stage 1s in play. So unlike most decks, a lot of Stage 2 decks where they're trying to avoid the Stage 1s, we're happy to have some Stage 1s, kind of like the Curly is, right, with the Gardevoir decks. So Rare Candy's not as necessary. Perhaps 2's the right number. I'm not certain on that one. And then 2 copies of Earthen Vessel, discard a card, search your deck for 2 energies. We need 2 different types of energies, so that's good. We can accelerate energies with from hand with Xatu, so being able to search out energies is very good. So that's the 60 in the deck. It's certainly not an optimized list, but it's certainly a very playable list. And let's go take a look at the deck in action. All right, see how things go here. I will choose heads, which is what I generally do or always do. This is with the Battle Pass deck, so I didn't customize the coins or the deck box or the sleeves. I just go with I really don't like this live coin just because it's always a little hard. I have to think about whether it's heads or tails. It's kind of similar, the heads and the tails look. I obviously lost the coin toss, so I don't like. I like a coin where it's just very obvious to me whether it's heads or tails. This is going slowly, and perhaps this is a case of live not working. I'm not certain. I've had games where my opponent doesn't caught just the coin toss never happens. Okay, but I think my opponent's just playing slow, I think. So I am second, right? So I'll set up the Natu. I want to protect my Dreepy is my thought here. You know, it's not great. I can get an energy attached, which is good. Obviously, I'd like to get some more Pokemon down. This is you really like to get a Buddy-Buddy Poffin on turn 1, which is obviously not guaranteed. Opponent's taking their time. Don't know if, I'll assume they're on the up and up. I don't know. No reason not to. No reason not to, and I have Natu as my starter. Yes, so I am very clever there, aren't I? All right. Now we're being very slow, though. I will say that. So, okay, Rigid Band. It does nothing on that Pokemon, I gotta say. So that's a bit odd. I actually could win. In theory, I could win the game this turn, right? I probably don't, though, right? I probably don't. So do I give him the poke? I think I give him a poke this turn, right? I'll get rid of the switch card, grab 2 energies. I'll give him a poke. Because look, I could win the game with Natu, but I don't think that's the play because I need 2 energies on Dreepy, or as I evolve him into Drakloak, or better yet, Dragapult EX, to make that happen. And yeah, so I want to have 1 energy already attached, so I can just at this point, the Magikarp. All right, well, this hammer's a big deal. They failed that. That's really good for me because, comes again. So hammers, not loving hammers. They got that one. So now I can't do what I need to do this turn. That's actually, we'll see what happens here. It's tricky now. I can recover that energy, which is good. How do I want to work this? I can get, I guess. Wow, this is so awkward. So I'm gonna get rid of this, and those hammers are really awkward. Okay, I need to keep the energy retrieval. Do I get rid of? All right, I'm gonna go this route. This is probably wrong. Actually, I didn't play a support yet, right? So I can. Arven, I think I just do this. I'm just going to take the knockout this turn. We'll see what happens. I might have made a mistake here. I don't remember what's going to happen here. So I will attach here. Keep the Psychic Energy in hand because this one, I take a knockout. That's good. I mean, they should not have attached the Turo Cleffa, right? Because it provided 0 help there. We'll see what happens. All right, stage 1. It's getting the stage 1 wasn't terrible. It wouldn't have. I couldn't have attacked though because it's a 2 energy attack, right? So they're gonna evolve, and I don't remember what he evolves into exactly. I mean Gyarados, but I don't remember what Gyarados does. Oh, from Pokemon Go, it's an older one. It's a mill. Oh, this is the one. Oh, this is horrible. This is so horrible. This. All right. Well, I do 70 damage anyway. They're down to just 1 hammer left. That's the good news. But they've been hitting those hammers. They've gotten hammers. They've hit 2 out of 3 heads. So I'm in. Wow. Okay. Alana's Aid is a really interesting card too. I do like that a lot from this set. So I discard 2 cards. Okay, I mean that would have been good to get. Earthen Vessel, very good there. No reason, I think, to use it this turn, though. I don't think so. So do 70, and then I can knock them out next turn. And if they don't, if I, at this point, we'll see what happens. I have free retreat on the Natu, so even if they gusted me up, well, with the rescue board, right? I mean, they could gust, get rid of my tool. At this point, as long as I don't lose the energy. Once I get my fire energy on, okay. What's Lucian do? We flip it. Okay, they're playing some spicy cards, we'll say. If they flip, they get 6, and I flip a coin too. It's a really bizarre. And I flip tails. All right, so I get 3 cards, and they don't get energy now. I have Jacq though. Okay. Got their last hammer, and they got another head. So this is terrible. But they're out of hammers. They probably have some recovery. So this is pretty annoying. And when I say pretty annoying, I mean massively annoying. Wow, that's just so bad. That is, once I'm set up, I'm really good. I really am in good shape once I get going here. All right, well, I can knock out their active Pokemon, and that's what I'm going to do here, right? Jacq. Actually, I can't. That's the wrong support. This support is no good. You do nothing for me. Nothing. Nothing at all. So, this is terrible. Terrible. I just needed energy. Energy, I devolved them and I knocked them out. But my opponents had really controlling the game very nicely here, I will say. And they started playing hammers very early. Things went very well for them in that regard. So now is this a different Magikarp? Is it different art, or is it the same? No, it's got different stats on it. All right, good. That's good. That's good, because they hit like 4 that turn. I need energy. All right, well, that's what I do there, and I end turn. It's not good. Okay. Did I have the opportunity to knock out the I don't remember what I did exactly. All right, what's this supporter do? What's this ace spec? This is a new one, right? What's it do? A 3 stage 1 Pokemon. Okay, so they're at this point they're doing very well. They're doing very well with the milling, very well. And what's the energy situation? I'm down to 4 energy. Did I lose my rod? I lose the energy retrieval. Do I play a rod? It's not good. This is not good. Not good is all I can say. All right, well, see what happens here. All right, I'd rather not play the Lumineon V because he's going to get stuck in the active and not do anything, right? So I think, do I want to just attack here? Doesn't make me feel good, does it? I guess I'm going to use TM Devolution this turn. That's my play. And yeah, because it knocks out the active, right? I could do 70 damage, but it doesn't knock him out. But with the Magikarp, saving the TM Devolution would have been really good. But I feel like I just got to start to do something. I'm just not, if I can start attacking, I'm happy, right? But thus far, I would say I am not happy. See how things go. Yeah. They're going to evolve all 3 Magikarp. That part's unfortunate. And I don't have another TM Devolution. In one sense, I hurt myself with this too, right? Because I think the one Gyarados was one Magikarp I don't believe was evolved last turn. So Just need to start getting damage down. That's what needs to start happening. Plain and simple, right? Plain and simple. So they need to flip some tails too. So that's 2 cards. All right. So I lost. I mean, I need energy desperately. So Lumineon V will ruin my life if that happens. All right, give me an energy, please. All right, Earthen Vessel. That's good. That is good, right? So I will ditch something here, right? Ditch this guy. Maybe I should have kept him. But at least I can start smacking away. So let me... How do I want to start? I think I want to set up some multi-prize turns here, right? I think... Do I want to... I guess I take out the Manaphy this turn. Might as well. I don't... I mean, take out the... Sorry, the Cleffa, right? Let's start, 2 prize turn, followed by a 2 prize turn, and I win the game. That's what and then I went, that gets me. I just need to attack again, which I still, I have energy pressure. Oh, I have Rod. Maybe I should have used that. Anyway, so let me just look here. I need to get energy back. That's a big thing. I do have the Switch. So right now I have game in hand. And I have the Switch, so... okay. And the Lucian is... Alright. I mean, hopefully they hit heads. Hopefully I hit heads, right? Hopefully I don't hit tails again. And it's tails. I'm feeling a bit like this is rigged, I gotta say. I probably isn't, but... I have Arven, so just... and Switch is in deck, right? Switch... Did the cards go to the bottom of the deck, by the way, or just get shuffled in? They shuffled in, so hopefully, as long as I don't lose my Switch card, I have game now, right? What do I lose here? Okay, or I could get an energy too. I don't know I forget what's in deck. So let me do this. I do have game though, right? So Rescue Board is perfect. And so anyway, survived this very annoying game here, which is a good thing. So I'm pleased. Obviously you always want to win. So hey, I no ill will to my opponent. It's always like I enjoy playing Mill myself. It's annoying to play against. And yeah. So they draw some cards, but does not matter. So, yeah, I mean, that was, my opponent got off to a pretty decent start there, which made it tough. But, this is where a deck like that up against Dragapult EX, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very difficult to beat, right? You're going to have to, the spreading the damage allows me to have, because they're a single prize deck, but I had 2 turns where I took 2 prizes, and that very well could have swung the game. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, see the coin appear for the coin toss. That's good, because I think once you get... The game doesn't load up even to get to the coin toss when it seems to be locking up, generally speaking. I like that coin. The World's from Japan 2023. Yeah, nice coin there. And eating some noodles. All right, I get to go first. I get to choose. And it's better to choose to go first than go to first because your opponent wants to go second. And because the ideal thing is my opponent also wants to go first. Taking a mulligan. Wow, I've taken a lot of mulligans with this deck. I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's appropriate. Okay, I really hate this Mewtwo. Honestly, I'm starting to kind of loathe Mewtwo. And his retreat cost is 2. I mean, his single prize attackers are good, but he is not a good single prize attacker. See, looking at a Cleffa. Okay, well, this isn't bad. This is pretty good. All right, what do I have? So I have... Okay, and I guess I will toss down another Dreepy and... Oh, my other... I don't have another. I only have one Xatu, though, huh? I'll drop down 2 of these guys, though, because a 3 could have value. It's not... the Turo scenario could work. I need energy. That's a problem. I really needed to get energy attached this turn. 10 energy is I know when you're playing 10 energy, you're not going to have energy turn 1 a decent amount of the time. This is what I'd say. You kind of want to be around 12. What am I up against? I've been playing running some odd decks. I like that art, though. Okay. Astonish. I don't know what else it evolved. Okay, I reveal a random card shuffle into my deck, so that's annoying. I really like that art, though. Pretty cool style. Okay, I'm in an evolution deck, and it's gonna be really awkward. Is what I'm guessing here, right? Looking like an awkward game. So perhaps benching so many Pokemon to start wasn't good either. What did my opponent do there? I think all they had was the Cleffa. I think, I did want to get another Natu down, but my other Natu's prized. Now things are being really slow. Hopefully this game didn't lock up. Okay, I get a Frogadier. I mean, what's the Frogadier do? I mean, he evolves again, right? This is the Greninja deck, right? Who's annoying. It does a decent damage, and you search your deck from a card, right? I believe with the first attack. So the Devolution. Okay, now that actually they should not have played that, because Devolution actually is harmful to me, and they gave that away. So, I mean, the Turo's not bad to get him out of play. I need to. I mean, I'm not like. I guess I want to play the Turo. Maybe I want to use the Mela. I'm thinking I discard the fire so I can Mela next turn. It's all pretty dicey, is what I'll say. And my Lumineon V's prized as well. Maybe I shouldn't have ditched that energy. I don't know. My thought was, let me put an energy in the discard pile so I can Mela. That's what I'm thinking. In which case, I'm not going to use Prestatura Scenario. That's awkward. That's a bit painful, because I'd like both those cards, right? So I'm going to grab the energy. That's what I'm going to do. I will attach it here. And I'll just end turn. I'll end turn. So I could have Turo Scenario that turn. I do want the Mewtwo out of play, but I'm not certain. Not sure how this is going to work out. Okay, so what do they have here? Oh, Frostlass, which is to power up, right? So, it puts a damage Pokemon counter on any Pokemon with an ability. So, I mean, Frostlass is interesting. It's an interesting card. So they're really looking to grind me down, which I don't love. But once I evolve to my Dragapult, I lose the ability. So that part's good. It's looking like, this is a slow going game, is what I'd say here. So there's the Greninja EX. He does 170 for 1. I really don't like 170 for 1. I really don't. And I draw to 6 in hand, right? So I'm going to send up a Dreepy, and so I can attack with this guy here, right? So we'll see what happens here. If he's stuck in the active, I want to keep the Natu, right? That's part of my thought. That's okay. I'm not overly freaked out over the Frostlass. Okay, so now I have the retreat. I do then need to. All right. Well, I draw to 6 in hand, right? So I'm going to attach the energy, and then play Mela. So I draw an extra card. I guess I could have accelerated to the active Pokemon as well, but this is okie dokie. Well, that's pretty good. This is nice. So I can't Turo scenario this turn, right? What's his retreat cost? I could evolve. Do I want to try evolving here? I think I just retreat. And I guess I just take out a Snow Runt. Take a prize, I'm thinking. Or do I want to... I'm going to start putting pressure on this way. Start doing this and this. Okay. See what they do to me. I don't have it now. The Frostlass doesn't do any damage this turn. I would like to evolve. I could have used Rare Candy. I'm not sure that I love Rare Candy. All right, so Irida. So they could hit me with Counter Catcher now. Wouldn't be surprised to see that. I do have an energy to attach. I do press a Turo scenario, and that could be the play for this. If they do that, maybe Turo scenario. Have to kind of think this through. Unfair stamp. Okay. I mean, if they have... all right. So they didn't unfair stamp me. I'm a bit surprised by that. It does one... Wait, I thought that the energies... I thought the ruling was that the energy gets discarded prior to that happening. I mean, obviously could be wrong. I could be wrong, right? And so I'll get the two guys. Actually, I can't get the two guys with abilities, can I? Because I don't have them. I have one, though. Okay, so... so let me get him down. He gets damaged, of course, but you know what? There's worse things in the world than that. I'll attach an energy. Arven's good, I guess. So just kind of... So I guess I take 3 prizes this turn. 3 prize turn's pretty nice, actually, right? 1, 2... Actually, I take 4 prizes this... No, I take... So let me... I take 3 prizes. I take out the Greninja, and I take out 1 Frostlass. So I'm going to have to take a look at the rulings to make sure that that Greninja damage was put on. I thought from having conversation to someone that the damage reduction was supposed to apply. That they weren't supposed to do 120 to 2, but they were supposed to do 100 to 2 if they had double turbo. You discard 2 energies, right? I thought I was told that there was a ruling. Look, the way the text is written, you discard 2, and then it does the damage, right? So it seems to me like 120 is appropriate, but okay. I mean, maybe I hit into a boss or something. All right, energy retrieval, not bad, not bad. I take 2 prizes though, right? Which is 2 prizes is good. 2 prizes is good. And then my opponent's down to 1 prize. So, unfair stamp. Obviously, seeing some more control style decks, more countered. Just trying to make my life pretty miserable is what they're doing here. Lost City. Okay, do I care about that? I don't know if I do. Iono. Okay, well, that's not what they wanted to do, right? You don't unfair stamp and then Iono, right? Because I now have an extra card, too. So that's not what they wanted to happen. I got boss. That's very good. So 170. I did not get knocked out, which is huge. I can Arven here, which I guess I do. The Greninja EX is very appealing. 170. You can search your deck for any one card. Very scary. So I could take 2 prizes, but I don't know if I want to take 2 prizes. I think I need to set up next turn, right? Is really what needs to happen. So I have Arven, which is good. So let me draw my card. I mean, I love an energy, right? Let's see. Is there any reason I want to? I mean, this part's kind of scary here, right? I've got to attack here, right? So I need energy. And do I have? I mean, do I have my other EX here? I do. I need a tool though, right? I guess I grab the. I'm gonna grab the TM Devolution because so if they don't disrupt my hand, I have game next turn, right? That's the thought there. I'm gonna discard this guy. Grab 1 and 1 here. Right, so, and I'll attach the fire here. And I will just attack here. And I'll take... I want to take the prize here, right? Just take a prize. Actually, I don't have game next turn, do I? I think I'm wrong about that. I would take 1 prize next turn. I'm if my hand's not disrupted, not 2. All right, Lumineon V is nice. That's kind of big. Obviously, I get the EX next turn, then it's game. What's the Ultra Ball situation here? Is it 4 Ultra Ball? This list, it is 4 Ultra Ball, so I should have access to Ultra Ball. My other Greninja is in deck, I'm pretty sure. I mean, my other Dragapult, sorry, is in the deck, I'm pretty sure. So Iono. But, you know, that's... All right, I have a Switch card. It's not great. It's not great, but... I mean, if I can attack here, I can win the game. If I can get my big attack off, right? I will. And the Lost City is potentially damaging to me, right? I'll send up the Dreepy. I have the Switch. I have an energy. I don't get knocked. I really kind of have to win this turn, basically. Well, basically, yeah, no, I really do have to win this turn. Oh, no. Oh, no. How could I do that? If I had sent up the Drakloak, but I thought, how could I be so stupid? All right, that's my. All right, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Calm down. All right, I'm okay now. All right, so I can switch, and I can evolve. Right. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. The ability made my day there. Right. So. Do this, and I got the win. Okay, good. I thought that I had blown the game. Maybe I should have done it differently there. I don't know. I don't know. Just do you know? Obviously, taking the prize is good. I mean, it gives me 3 prizes this turn, but it sets up, you know, taking the Cleffa and then setting up what would have been, you know, just if the game was going on further turns, that had value that turn. So got the win. Got very nervous there that I didn't pull it off, but did get the win and pleased about that. So just a couple closing thoughts here on this video on Dragapult EX. Look, Tier 0 build's obviously not optimized. We get a 3rd copy of Dragapult EX as we go up. That's definitely going to be a big plus to the deck. I'm very skeptical about these Luminous energies just because I feel like I need more basic energies at this point. So anyway, we'll deal with that later, the upgrades. But look, it's a really good attacker when it's going 200, and the 6 spread is super, super critical and very disruptive and does great things. My one concern is for what kind of the on the live meta could be is it going to be a lot of too much Dragapult? In which case, then it's just going to be who goes first and who gets their Dragapult evolved first. If you get your Dragapult EX evolved while your opponent still just has some Dreepies down, you're just going to start just taking out their, stopping them from setting up. And that's not going to be a fun scenario if it's just who goes first, they win, which at times the game Pokemon has kind of felt like that. You win the coin toss, you probably win as long as you set up on your first turn. And hopefully that's not where it's going. I do think because of the energies that Dragapult's a little difficult to set up. I think it's going to be a little inconsistent, although that probably is a good thing because I don't want to see it take over live everywhere. But it's certainly a good deck. You need to play it. You need to know how to play it, if for another reason, to know how to play against it. And I do look forward to upgrading this in the future and making it a more competitive and more consistent deck as well. So have some fun, play some Pokemon, and take care.